Hello. You were tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic, breaking news. Isaiah Likely will need surgery, and he will be out to, at the minimum, the beginning of the season. Guys, I want to make sure that we break all this down because, you got to give everybody the run through and make sure everybody understands context around the story. Noticing the hands around the story. Now, yesterday at the end of practice, everybody already knew Likely goes down with an injury, okay? After he goes down with an injury, he cannot put weight on it. He is taken up and moved to the back with a cart. He could not put any weight on that leg, and a cart had to come and assist him to get him to the back, okay? After all that had happened, John Harbaugh addressed the media, and he said just like
that. We'll know more tomorrow. It's going to be a few weeks, though. There's something. He rolled his ankle, foot area, so we'll get an MRI tomorrow and see exactly what it needs to be done, but it'll be a few weeks. It's good that it's this early in camp, so yeah.
So that's what he gave to the media. He said, look, he rolled it. We get an MRI. It's good that it happened early, so he'll probably be out all camp, but it's good it happened early, so we'll see what happens. And then, of course, right on key, then the truth comes out. The facts come out. The bad news makes its way to the surface. And, of course, then we get the news. And the news pretty much reads like, look, matter of fact, I can read it to you verbatim. Ravens standout tight end Isaiah Likely will have surgery this week to fix a bone in his foot, sources say. The belief is he's out about 6 weeks, though depending on the outcome, it could be fewer. While Likely could be ready for week 1, the best news is it's not long term. Now, guys, I touched on this topic on the Wunderkind Morning Show, live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Make sure you support and subscribe to that channel. But I had went through it when we were on that channel. And I had said to everybody, I said, look, this is bad for him. I told you guys one of the biggest reasons why the Ravens kept Mark Andrews was in case of injuries. For anybody that's going to say, no, you didn't say that, please go back and watch my videos. You will see it in a plethora of videos. And then you'll say, I thought I caught nitro. And then you'll realize you couldn't. You can't. It won't happen. And now this is what they talk about worst case. Because let me let you understand this. And for anybody that doesn't understand it, let me clear it up for you. The tight end one for the Baltimore Ravens, at least for this year, will none other be Mark Andrews. And I don't think he's just going to be good. I think Mark Andrews is going to have his second or best season this season. You have to understand that Isaiah Likely, as much as and as close as they are, and Isaiah Likely was on pace to make a lot of money because of the Ferguson deal that came out of Dallas. There's been a lot of we can move on from Mark chatter. And I've been one of the people championing that motive, that notion. I will not lie. I will not sugarcoat anything that I've said. I said the better player is Isaiah Likely. He is the younger player. He's the more consistent player as of right now, especially when it comes to the playoffs. Make no mistake about it, during the regular season, operative 2 words, regular season, Mark Andrews is always a top 3 tight end in the league. And make no mistake about it, he will be that this season and more. He has heard all the talking. He has heard the lack of belief. He has heard the denigrating comments. He has heard the letting him go, firing him. So he's coming back, or he has already come back with a boulder-sized chip on his shoulder. And not just to say he won't be good, his teammates have been very supportive in him proving and trying to silence the critics that have stressed on his inability to be consistent especially during the postseason. This is his chance. And make no mistake about it, I think Mark Andrews is going to make the most of his opportunity, because as bad as this injury is for Isaiah Likely, the injury is opportunity for Mark Andrews. And guess who the first game is against? The Buffalo Bills. What do you think is going to happen? He is absolutely going to shine for that team. I said everybody, even during the Wunderkind Morning Show, I said, look, I think he's going to have something over 100-something yards, 2 or 3 touchdown receptions, because they're going to feed him because of the mistakes that he made in that game to almost like, let's put this to bed and start off the year on the proper foot. So expect that. He's coming more lean. He's coming ready, and he's been absolutely lights out so far in training camp. It will continue. I put money on it. I'm telling you guys, it goes without doubt that that's what's going to happen. Now for Isaiah Likely, it bites because he's not going to be ready for week 1. He's not. And I said this in the morning show, one of the worst 3 injuries for athletes that can end careers, cut careers in half, or just stop you from ever ascending to the level that you can ascend to: Achilles, back, foot. I repeat, Achilles, back, foot. Now, I know some people are going to be, what about the knee? People recover from the knee all the time now. Medicine's gotten a lot better. You see that foot? All the metatarsals and carpals and digits and everything throughout that foot. All of those bones in that foot that supports all of your weight. You planting, you running, you cutting, you dodging, you dipping, you twisting, you jumping. Those feet are integral to how any athlete moves, from bowling all the way to golf, basketball, football, tennis. If your foot don't work, you're not playing. A lot of times you can have shoulder problems, still play. Rib problems, still play. Come off an Achilles injury, still play. ACL, PCL, still play. But you see, like, the Achilles, how it could just slow you down, take away your burst, especially for, like, you know what I'm saying, back you can't bend, and foot you can't plant. To me, the 2 worst are foot and back. Achilles then comes as third. Back to me is the worst. Because if your back is done, you can't do nothing. You can't even get out of bed. At least on a foot you can limp. But that's what we're going to be going through, and that's what I want you guys to understand. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Isaiah Likely, even if he is ready to go by week 1, will not be the Isaiah Likely that we were expecting to get this season. He'll be Isaiah Likely, who's probably going to be tight end 3 on the depth chart. They're going to ease him in week by week. I expect for him to not be able to come back to at least week 4. Because if Mark Andrews is dominating, Kolar's doing his thing, there would be no reason to rush him back. So he's going to get all that extra time to properly heal. Then, once he comes back, how are you going to ramp him up? Because if Mark Andrews is hot, they're going to feed the hot hand. They're going to feed the hot hand. They're not just going to say, well, he's back, we're going to take away. It's not the same thing where Mark was the tight end 1 and the tight end 2 started showing out. No, Mark Andrews has been the tight end 1, and he's coming back with so much to prove and to silence. He's coming back with a vengeance. So if he's balling out of control, going on paid for 1,100 yards or such like that, sorry, Isaiah Likely's not going to be able to get a foothold until playoffs or until the season after, where Mark Andrews inevitably moves on to greener pastures, hopefully with a Super Bowl ring on his finger. A lot of people don't want to take that in. I'm telling you the truth. That's what this is. Take it or leave it. Everyone, oh, no, Nitro. Now you be reading about week 1. Once again, do you know how hard it is to come back from your foot? You plant all of your weight. Everything you do is on those feet. It's one of the hardest things to come back from, even if it's something slight. The muscles, the bones, and it's a fracture. So they got to cut into the skin. They got to probably put screws in for support and everything else. And then eventually come back and take that stuff back out. remove it once it's healed. And then the rehabbing and everything, you know what I'm saying? How long does it take for it to heal? Like, how long does it take a bone to set? Like, people are not understanding, like, let's be real. How long does it take a bone to set? Now, imagine that bone supporting all of your weight and your ability to run, jump, you know what I'm saying, and escape pressure and accelerate. Isaiah Likely is a jumper. He's known to head top people. How long do you think he's going to be where he could actually jump high and land back on that foot? He's not favoring it. Much less his ability, which is his superpower to stop and go, his ability to be a tight end but to move like a wide receiver. That's his superpower. His yak ability is his greatest ability. So I know some people are going to be like, oh, Nitro, just call it now, be all right. Mind you, I'm honest to a fault. I felt what I felt about Mark, but I said what I said. I said, I already know what he can do in the regular season. Mark every year is a top 5 tight end in the league, top 3 tight end during the regular seasons, during the playoffs, that we have problems with Mark Andrews and also his availability. When he's not hurt, he's playing bad, and when he's not playing bad, he's hurt. One of the two. That's what I worry about Mark Andrews. But during the regular season, he shows up. He balls out of control. And the question starts to become, you know, how big will he end up balling in this offense where he's no longer splitting touches with Isaiah Likely? Telling y'all, man, he's going to go off. Mark my words, Mark Andrews is going to go off. He's probably going to set a couple records for himself. Probably some tight end records for the Ravens. I'm dead serious with y'all. Dead serious with you. And I feel so sorry for Isaiah Likely because he was on the cusp of just taking over. We know what he is. And we know what he's capable of. We know what he is. It's just, you know, things happen. This is why I always tell people to get what you can get, because you never know if you hurt yourself in practice. How is this going to influence his contract with the Ravens? Like, you know what I'm saying? All of this plays a piece or a part in how he moves forward, you know, financially, physically. And those things, that's why I try to tell people to get through their heads. Like, y'all got to understand, like, this is why when you get opportunity, you got to take it and grab it and run with it. Because the NFL stands for not for long. That's what it goes by. Isaiah, I miss you, bro. Just let you know that, bro. Like I told y'all last time, to Isaiah, if you see this, bro, every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Let you know right now. Oh! Nah, but I'm glad, though. The silver lining is that it did happen early. Harbaugh was right about that. He'll have a plethora amount of time to rehab and get back right before the season's over. Then we'll see some glimpses and flashes of him. Then, you know, hopefully he'll be able to carry more of a load, pause, in the playoffs. But once again, it's if foot injuries linger and they're weird. Weird. Just like soft tissue injuries, you rear its head all throughout the season. Same thing with foot injuries. Same thing. Hopefully he's all right, though. Shout out to, you know, Isaiah. But Mark, he is going to be in line to have a monster season. Monster season. I repeat, if Isaiah Likely does not come back by week 4, he's going to go off. Look out for 1,100, 1,200 yards receiving. And like I said previously, I said this was the reason why the Ravens didn't want to give Isaiah Likely that contract yet. Because for what you would be paying Isaiah Likely just on his contract, if you waited and kept both of them, that's what you'd be paying right now, his contract, for just him by himself, by getting rid of Mark Andrews and paying him. So to me, I was like, this was them trying to get a Super Bowl and having injury backup plans. And I was correct. Sadly, I was correct. Because I would have, you know what I'm saying, you know, love for Isaiah Likely to be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want Mark Andrews to get no touches, but I wanted Isaiah Likely to at least get like a 60-40 split. You know what I'm saying? With the touches for the tight ends. You know? And then when they're tired, then Kolar come and give him a breath. Either one of them, being real. But this is the breaking news. Isaiah Likely will be having surgery in the coming days, and he will be available during the season. It's not season ending, but he'll be ready by, during the season. We'll see how it goes, guys. But what do you guys think? Do you think this opens the door for Mark Andrews to have a monster season? And do you think that Isaiah Likely will be able to come back by the playoffs at least full tilt, ready to go? Like making plays that we know Isaiah Likely can play by the playoffs. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, please, all right? Okay. But as always, that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. And now we get down, we have fun, and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're doing what? Facts and truth. Please remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, guys. Leave a comment. You know I love the comments. If you haven't already done so already, check out the Wunderkind Morning Show live Monday through Thursdays, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. where we touch on all hot topics of sports, and we bring up stuff from nostalgia for the 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, guys. Be there or be squared. Support and subscribe. Definitely worth it. Also, if you guys want to donate to the channel, help out with equipment and stuff like that, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign, TheWunderkindShow. Show. Super easy. There's also there for Super Chat and Patreon. Remember that if you want to support, that's how you do it monetarily. All right? But that's the episode of The Wunderkind Show. This show is not just signing off, and as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yeah.
Finish him, Daddy.